Neeraj joined
Mm-hmm.
batch 8 and he cleared PMP yesterday. He kind of give me a surprise. He asked me when I can give exam. I said, okay, let's do this thing. Then we will see what you can do and how we can move towards that thing. So Neeraj, first of all, congratulations. Let's talk
Thank
about
you.
the exam. You gave exam at home or at center?
First of all, Amar, I really want to thank you. It is all because of you. All because you keep on pushing me, and I did it. So I'm really happy, and I'm sure you too also. And I gave the exam at home because the nearest center from my home was 300 kilometers away, so I cannot travel. So I had to give it at home.
Home. Okay. Okay. So how was the home experience? Can you walk me through that?
So I would say, I was talking to multiple people who have given their exam in home. They were saying that it is good to give in the center.
Hmm.
So, but I did not have any option. I had to give it at home.
Hmm.
So, but my experience was good because I had a private room already,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then I did not. I have a very good internet connection in Canada, so
Hmm.
which is good for me, and
Hmm.
I did not had any problems. I just shared my pics of the room with the Pearson, my desk photos with the Pearson, and everything was good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So apart, like there are two issues because I have given online exam myself.
Mhm.
You cannot move your head. You cannot move your lips. So did you had any challenge for that?
So I also knew that, but I actually asked them that, can I do that? So they told that you cannot speak loudly, but yeah, you can move your lips. So I
Hmm.
was able to move my lips, and then I was able to move my head also because I'm a little kind of person who would start who will always
Hmm.
keep moving. So they in that when I was moving, so they messaged me that you cannot move. So I was sticking around.
Okay, now that's a very important lesson. Like in my class, when I gave the exam, I gave actually CAPM exam and that gave at home. I asked them that I drink a water a lot. Can I drink water in the session? And they said, okay, as long as you don't move. That's an important thing. You ask them that you move your lips. Is it possible? Maybe you have asked like after 30 minutes or 1 hour, my head start doing that if that is okay. So it's all about if you get pre-approval, they don't do it. Because yesterday one student contacted me. He from Saudi Arabia. He gave exam home from home, and he moved. No, it's of Oman, whatever. So he gave exam, and he's like they gave him two warning for his lips moving, and then they canceled his exam. So and now if the PMI cancel the exam, in these cases, you have to pay the exam fees. They consider it as a failure of exam. Okay, so that's a very important thing that what you just shared, that if you ask them where and then you can have a pre-approval. That's a very beautiful thing. Okay, let's talk about how did you manage time? I can't hear you. You are muted. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah, you need to, I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, move on a second, please.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So when it comes to managing time, I was on the first section. I did complete my 60 questions in 80 minutes, exact
Okay.
80 minutes,
Okay.
and then I went for break. So
Okay.
here I want to point out when there is a break, you can go use washroom, everything you can do at home.
Okay.
And then the second section was really challenging for me. It was really actually I think the whole paper was challenging a lot.
Okay.
Okay, but in the second section I took 100 minutes.
What?
Yes,
So you have 230 minutes. Okay,
yes,
80 minutes gone, you get 150 minutes. Okay,
yes,
okay, 150 means 100 minutes goes there. So you are left with the last section in 50 minutes.
yes.
My God. Then,
There is a reason to it. So as you told us, the that questions would be coming. There would be some large questions. There would be some questions who will be like small questions. You'll be able to read
mhm,
them
mhm,
effectively, very easily. But what happened in my case is most of the questions were big questions. So
okay,
I had to read them again and again because once I was reading them, they were so big sometimes that sometimes I forgot what is there in the above section. So I have to read it again. And that was particularly in the second section, which was very difficult for me to handle.
mhm,
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's an important lesson. So how did you, how you did you manage that time then? Like you had only 50 minutes. So how did you
Yeah.
work towards it?
So in the last section, it was 50 minutes and 60 questions.
Hmm.
So I had 10 minutes break, and then I what I did was I prepared my mind that I will do one question in 1 minute, and then
Okay.
the last 5 minutes, I will just read the last lines, five last lines, and then do it. So
Okay.
what I did in the last section. It was a little easy for me also because it was not difficult.
Okay. I lost your voice. I again lost your voice. How did you manage to give
Hello.
exam there? Your internet is going up and down and up and down. Your bandwidth. So that's a very interesting thing, right?
Hello.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Can you talk?
I cannot hear you, Amar. I don't know what
I
happened.
can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, that's an important lesson, guys. So if this has happened during the exam, during the exam, it would have been very interesting outcome, Neeraj. God
Yeah.
forbid if that happened in the exam. Okay, so how did you do the last section? Can you go one more time?
Yes. So in the last section, I prepared my mind that I'll do one question in 1 minute,
Okay.
and I was able to do it because I had that pace. Okay,
o-
and then I was actually able to do it in 30 to 45 seconds only.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was able to complete it. So you have to prepare your mind in advance. Even if you get late in the section, then you have to prepare your mind.
Okay. Okay. That's important thing. Which area was most dominant in the exam?
It was agile, for sure. It was agile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agile stake. And what about stakeholder communication team?
So I would say the exam was like 60% agile.
Hmm.
Rest of them was there.
Things were also there, but agile stakeholder Any question from risk quality procurement?
Yeah, I got everywhere.
You got question from every domain.
Yes,
Okay, that's good. That's actually good. How many drag and drop questions?
I got five.
Five drag and drop question. And were
Yes.
they easy or difficult?
They were if the concepts are clear, they were very easy. I
Were
think
they
if you have concepts clear, those were the simplest question you can do.
okay? Were there any risk question about uh, proximity, those dormancy risk
Yes, the
question?
drop and drag questions were from that only. Proximity, dormancy, those were there, and there were two. I don't remember now, but there one question, drop and drag question was from the risk.
One was this from. Okay, okay. Guys, the session is open. The purpose I asked him for this coaching call to come, I specifically asked him. I could have recorded him yesterday when all of you were sleeping because so that you can ask your questions. Okay, let's go to the question bank back. I never gave you go ahead to give the exam. Even you asked me, but your scores were not correlating to that. So I never gave you go ahead for that. We had a last discussion when you shared me the score, all the score. I said, give me the scores, and you did 6 mocks with the mock five, only 62%, and random mocks you did 4, 5, 7, 8. The scores were good, like 68, 59.
Yes.
How the exam were more oriented? Which area it was more targeting?
So as I told you, the more target is towards agile only, right?
Okay.
But I would like to say one thing. The questions I was reading, I was already had in my mind. I have done this question. It was not exactly same, but something related to it. Okay,
Mm,
so doing the random mocks is very random mocks are something which will help you very very good, very helpful for the exam. Those are the difficult questions, and you should expect difficult questions in the exam. Not
mm,
everyone will get it, but I got it. And random mocks, doing RCA for random mocks was very helpful for me.
mm. Okay.
Yeah.
So random mocks were critical also for doing that thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I wouldn't have done the random questions, I wouldn't have completed the test. I am sure of that.
Okay, okay. What
Yes.
about 180 question? The stamina that 180 question built for it.
It is like I did six 180 mocks, right? And my stamina was already built. I did not need anything. I was just sitting, reading. My concentration level was always high. It helped me a lot.
So building stamina and sitting for that 180 hours,
Yes,
180 questions, 4 hours is very critical. Okay.
yes, it
Yes,
is.
Deepak, go ahead. Deepak Verma.
Sir, Neeraj, first of all, congratulations. I quickly want to check. Uh, is the breaks? There are like 10 minutes break in between. I understand that you said that 100 minutes took. You took like for the second 60 questions,
Yes,
right? So are the breaks mandatory? What do the
it is not mandatory.
suggestions?
So if you don't take breaks, it doesn't mean include in the exam. No, the exam time is different, the break time is different.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deepak, let me answer you one more time. Exam is 230 minutes. Yours 50 minutes. Then there is 10-minute break, 10-minute break. If you don't use that break, that time you cannot use for exam. If you, let's say you're at question number 60, you skip it, you go to 61, you cannot go back to the first 60 question. That is first. And secondly, you cannot use that time as a time to do some questions. That you cannot do. Okay. So taking the break is always important. I would recommend always take the break. Always. Even when I gave my certifications, and even today, PGMP program management does not have break. I always say minimum take 2 breaks. I recommend 3 breaks, but minimum 2 breaks you should take. Go relax. Some people do say that you are in momentum, go through it. I don't agree, because the thing is that your brain start second guessing yourself. Your brain has a decision power, and when you are solving question, you are using that power, right? Okay. Yes, Vivek. Go ahead, Vivek.
Uh, Sir, this breaks we have to take at mandatory time only, or is
After
it
question
in
number
between?
60, after question number 60, the exam give you a prompt. Do you want to continue? Do you want to take a break? Just so you consider it, exam is in 3 section: A, B, C. First section is 1 to 60. After that, it asks you want to take a break or you want to continue. Then 61 to 120. Then it asks you break. So exam is divided in that way. I will give you final video when you give for exam how to manage that time and things of those nature. Okay. G. Anyone else has any question they would like to ask? How important it was to do the root cause analysis for all the question, Neeraj. These people, today is the last day of batch 9. So very important to tell them, like Bala today did stakeholder questions, Bala Guru I was looking at, and then Sabba did some questions. So coming from a person who did PMP yesterday, how important it is to do the root cause analysis.
The root cause analysis is everything.
Hmm.
If you will not do that and only keep doing the mocks and not analyze that, you will not be able to do it. So RCA is the best thing to do, because then you will know that what is the problem with you, right? What is the problem? Why are you not getting it correct? And the second thing is, which I realized when I was preparing for myself, is that reading the question is very very important slowly, because most of the times question will say what you will do first, what you will do next, right? That is the where your mindset come in. So when it says first, you don't have to take actions, you have to analyze things, you have to review things.
Document,
Yes,
documented. Yeah.
document things.
Hmm.
So that is what mindset building is. So RCA does that.
RCA does that. How many formula questions were there?
Three.
3. And do you have to calculate the formula or they
No,
were easy?
they
They
were
were
easy.
just
Yeah.
knowing SPI, CPI is important.
Yes.
Okay. Any critical path question?
Critical path, I think I got one,
But
but that,
you don't have to calculate critical path, right?
no, I don't have to calculate it. There was one question where they had given me a table which
Hmm.
had benefit value, and then there was another one, benefit value, and there something else was there, effort. And then I have to tell, there were projects, efforts, and benefit value. Which product you will choose? There was one
Okay.
question.
Well, we will do the question. I will ask you, and I'm asking you right now, make 10 to 15 question. We will use in PMP marathon. You've been
Okay.
into the PMP marathon, you know that how important it,
Yes,
how
I will.
important the mastermind group is. With Hassan Trimzi, Laiba, Neeraj, Vinket, all those people continuously giving back to you guys. How important that is.
It is very important, right? So there would be instances when you will be doing questions and you will not be able to understand, and then we have that group, we can post the questions and get the right, the people from the certified PMPs also right away. So that is very important. Yes.
That is very important. For me, I consider that as the most important thing in my program. And I would now request you to give back to the community.
For
Try adding things into that so that other people who have been there for you, now you can be there for other people, because it all comes down to each one teach one. When you can work back, when you can give back to the community, this is the most beautiful thing in my program.
for
Okay. And guys, if anyone has any question, please you can ask. This is the time. This guy cleared exam and he did it in less than a month. right? We had a discussion, he started working on it, and he was ready, and we moved towards it, and finally we cleared the PMP exam. So happy for you, brother. So happy for the hard work, the commitment you put. Your dedication was focused. You had a focused dedication. Okay, I have to get this thing done, and you got it. I'm so proud of you, brother.
Thank you, Amar.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Neeraj. And I wish you best of luck. Send me your picture and do make the question answers as I requested. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neeraj, congratulations. First of all,
Thank
I
you.
just facing a lot of issue with this elimination technique. Can you just tell how you manage this elimination
Who
technique?
is asking?
Dana, Dana.
Dana always raise hand. Now he does
Yeah,
not
yeah,
know
okay, okay.
who is
Okay,
asking.
sorry.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So elimination technique is something. So first I told you to read the question first, right? So if you read the question first, you will realize what to do in the question. So if the question says that what you will do first, that it should click in your mind. I don't have to take any action. So when you go to the options, then if there is any action taken, you eliminate that. You eliminate that. That is how you do it, right? That is how I learned the I learned the elimination technique. And I also noticed that if exam will test you how better you know your plans, the resource management plan, the stakeholder management plan. So you should, when once eliminating, you should know what is prepared first, what is prepared second, what is prepared third, right? Sometimes the question will, you will see that maybe the communication plan is the right answer, but no, you have to first analyze what is prepared first. Sometimes question will talk all about communication, and the last line will ask, the stakeholder holder was changed, what you will do first? Then what? You will update the stakeholder register, right? So this is how you do apply the elimination technique, by understanding the question first and then.
Hmm. Okay. That's an important thing. And secondly, Dana, I will also add practice, 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 and a little bit more practice. Okay, that elimination technique you can only learn by doing the massive practice, like 180 question, 60 question, and I will pass you through all that. Ji Shan Munir, please go ahead.
Amir had told us one of the trick, and as you have said that you have most of the questions were very long. Do you
Yes.
find the trick, which is he told us that whenever a long question, more than three more than three line, you should focus on the third line first. Is that help you out in that exam or what? How
Yeah,
was
so
that trick help you out?
I followed Amar completely in that. I always read last two lines first, and then if I did not get the answer, I'll read the complete question. You have to follow that. Sometimes it will happen that you will read last two lines and you will get the answer. It will happen. Yes.
Thank you.
So following Amar's formula is very 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 important. I am
Yeah.
telling you, this guy can do wonders.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I didn't do anything. I just gave you a roadmap. You followed it. You worked hard. I just a little bit pushed. That's it. Thank you very much, Neeraj. And now enjoy your weekend. I'm
Yes.
sure you earned it, hard earned it. Sandeep, you had a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's question for Neeraj and Abil for you as well. Like, do we need to do RCA for all right answers and wrong answers, or how can we bifurcate that?
So I will tell you a very secret thing in this. When you are doing questions, there would be some questions coming where you are not sure, but those are right for you, right? There would be questions that you'll be confused what to mark, and then you'll mark it, and that will go right. But you do not know the logic about it because you just gave it a try, right? So it is very important to do RC for every question, because some questions are there where you're not sure, but you still got them right. Right. Doing RCA for every question is very important because it has the explanation and then it will create your mindset.
Okay, so this Sandeep, to answer this question, I normally say if you are getting 80% above in a mock, then only review the question, don't type RCS. But it all depends which mock you are doing. Like for example, when even this is a normal thing, you are getting 80% in 180 mocks, suddenly you go to random mocks, your score will drop 25 to 30%. It goes to 50%. It's straight a different type of animal. Like when you are doing people mock, it's a different game. When you go to process mock, it's a different game. When you go to 180 mocks, it's a different. The purpose is different. And he never went to the last mock days. When you have last day, last 4 days, I gave you different 6 mocks. He never did that because he surprised me. He never did. So those are designed for a different purpose. Everything is designed and reiterated, added, removed, things like that. What we do in elimination, that for different purpose. So if you are getting less than 80%, Sandeep, you need to do, right? But consistency is most important, Sandeep, that you need to build for sure. Ji Ahmad, Ahmadin, go ahead.
Hi, congrats, Neeraj. Sorry if you have answered this before, but as Amir was saying that probably the mock result were not what was expected to sit an exam. But what was your trigger point to just book the exam and go for it? What was it? The confidence with this 60 question RCA, or what made you make that decision to go and give the exam?
See, there will always be a fear to give the exam, right? And then I was doing mocks. I did every mock, 6 mocks, the random mocks, did RCA for everything. And then I was getting, like, in the random mocks, I start getting 68, 69%, right? So that gave me a trigger that I can do it now, because I had that build. I already built that mindset that I can do it. Okay. And then the second thing is, what I did is, before the exam, I stopped doing the question answers. I only started reviewing it, started doing only the RCA. So one day before the test, I only did RCA for all the random mocks, which helped me a lot. And I was quite confident about after that.
Hmm. Hmm. That's a very good question. How did he guessed it, and how did he went it? Yeah. The another thing that is that he shared me all the scores. Few days back, like he asked me,
Yes.
I said I want to give exam. I said I need to do Monte Carlo analysis, and I gave him very specific feedback. Mock 5 is a very bad score, and that questions everything. And I gave him a ATP mock, which we are solving today. He never did that. Did you? Or no?
Yes.
I
You
did.
never you never shared the score with me.
I,
Okay.
I did the score, but I did that.
Okay. Basma, go ahead.
Okay,
Basma.
my question is that for now, when I solve 50 questions, for example, for stakeholder or communication, it takes me around 2 hours to do it. Will you able to build that analysis progress? Like I cannot analyze the question, I read it again and again, and then I come up with the wrong answer. So, uh,
I would
were
say,
you the same, or is it something wrong with me?
I think I don't want to say there's something wrong with you. Everyone has their own capability to understand the questions. Sometimes some people understand it easily, some people takes time. But if you are taking 2 hours to do 50 questions, so I would say that you should watch the videos again, right? Because I think then there are some problems with the major concepts then. So 2 hours are more are very much, I think.
I would not agree with that. But Basma, I would say a little bit more consistency coming back to the thing. As you work, the flow will build, right? One thing is there. Now you are doing question. There is no timer there. When there is a dog running behind you, you run the quickest in your life. Yesterday, I was watching a movie with my wife, and those three guys were tired and etc. And suddenly a dragon came by. Not a dragon, something like that. And they were running like, and she said, now that happens, you forget that you are tired. Exactly the same thing. When you went to the timer, it will get better. But for now, keep moving forward. Yes, Gautam.
Hi, Neeraj. My question is, you are almost at 30 days you completed your PMP. What is your preparation takes for per day? How long you spend per day for the PMP preparation? Maybe 4 hours, 6 hours. How challenging is that
Yeah.
to
So
complete the 30 days time?
initially when I started, I was giving like 3 to 4 hours. But last 15 days, I was studying for like 6 to 7 hours every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and it varies for everybody. It varies for everybody what you want to do. But if you want to do PMP in a 1 month, 4 hours is a must.
Yes.
4 hours. It has to be 4 hours. Otherwise, how can you do 180 mock and it's RC? Okay. Thank you. Anyone else has any question? Yes, Dishan.
If let's say we start, there's a 1 month, I've decided after a month I will do it. How do you plan yourself? Like start with watching videos, then turn it to mobs. How you design yourself?
So
from
I
the
think
day 1 till 30, third day of 30.
Amar has already designed it for us. So what he told me is watch videos, do RCA. Watch videos, then do RCA. So first I did that. Then he told me to do the people mock. I did that. Do the process mock. I did that. So everything was planned by Amar already. So I did not have to plan it.
And everyone will be different. Yes, Khalid?
Congratulations, Neeraj. Just wanted to know that once you are done with all the mocks and you've decided the test date, so what's the mantra? What's the focus on the last couple of days?
As I told you, last couple of days. So Amar shared me some mocks which I did, and on the last day, I only did the RCA. I saved everything with the answers. Okay, and then I opened that file, and I would go through. I went through each and every questions from the random mocks. Right, so it was like I think it was 300, more than 300 questions. I went through each and everything. I got up early in the morning, 6 a.m. Okay, my exam was 12 a.m. Canada time. Because there is a lot of noise here every time in the street. So I had to give the exam in the night. Okay. So I woke up in 6 a.m. before the exam. I studied continuously for 8 hours, only did the RCA, then I slept for 4 hours. Okay, because I did not want that my exam should go go worst. So I slept for 4 to 5 hours. Okay, then I got up, gave the exam, and that is what I did on the last day.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guy. Neeraj, thank you for joining. And Neeraj was a batch student. He was batch 8 student, and he is, I guess, sixth student of batch 8 to clear. Batch 8 is on fire, and like 4 people are on. Avas, I just uploaded it. He was also with him, so he was batch student. So thank you, Neeraj. Thank you very much for joining. Do send the picture and question answers, and keep moving forward. Don't stop. Thank you, Neeraj.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
guys. So this was Neeraj. Now, if he can do it, I don't have any reason why you can't do it. Okay. The purpose is very straightforward. Let's keep moving forward. If you keep moving forward,